What is up, you guys? I am Krabby, and I am finally back with Five Nights at Freddy's 2. I feel like it's been like a good month since I've attempted this. Let's see, continue. Yeah, okay, I am on 5. It's not 5. I know it took me so long to get back into this, but it was mostly because I just needed to be super mentally prepared for this, which for the longest time I wasn't. Okay. Night 4 already, like, fucked me up remotely. I can't even speak. And I've just been so scared to even just, like, do anything related to it. So, I think my big thing about Night 5 is Golden Freddy. Right? Golden Freddy shows up in Night 5. I honestly do not know how to deal with him. And I don't want to look it up, but also, like, I just want to beat Night 5, okay? My hand is, like, really close to the power button on my monitor, but it's okay. So, I'm gonna see if I can get back into my tactic of just checking the hallway. I don't want to hit a new game. Checking the hallway, checking the hallway, checking the camera, and then immediately putting on the mask. Because the point is reaction time. And I'm explaining all of this now because I feel like the moment that I get started on the night, I need to just completely lock in and focus. Because it's gonna take me... I know you guys... I feel like a lot of times you come here for commentary, and I'm just over here being completely silent as I play this game. So, that being said... Hey guys, it's Editor Krabby here. So I felt really bad that, like, I did not speak the entire time, mainly because I was, like, super locked in and everything. So I decided to do some voiceover commentary instead, so that way, like, you're just not sitting there in silence awkwardly. Now, I did mention that I was worried about Golden Freddy showing up on Night 5, but after, like, a small bit of research, I just noticed that he only appears on Night 6 and Custom Night. So I had nothing to worry about, really. Now, if you're curious about the kind of tactic I'm using, I think other YouTubers have done it before. I'm sure there's, like, a name to it, and someone probably invented it. I completely forgot, but if you find the person who actually came up with it right away, that would be really cool. But essentially, what it is that you really have to focus on making sure the music box is wound up, but you also have to have good reaction time. So the moment that you put the camera down, you've got to immediately put the mask on. And then I don't really like to put the mask on for very long. It's more of just like a reaction time to make sure that, like, it's there more than anything. And then, of course, right after I put it back up, I immediately flash the light a few times. Here you can see me faltering my rhythm for like a good minute or so and start freaking out. Just don't worry about that. I got back on track. I just had to regroup, but it's okay. Now, at this moment, you see me check the vent light really quick because I was hearing Balloon Boy's voice, and I know that's the vent that he comes out of, and I just wanted to make sure that he just did not show up in the vent. And you can also notice that there are a few times where I keep the mask on for longer than normal, but that's mainly because I'm listening to audio cues of people walking through the vents and all that. There are 3 main things that I was focusing on, which was the winding of the music box, because that's one of the most important things in this game. Different audio cues, like I mentioned, people walking through the vents, as well as Mangle, because Mangle is really the only animatronic, other than Balloon Boy obviously, that you can hear whenever it's in the same room as you. You can obviously hear Mangle's radio when it's inside the vents, which actually really helps me, because when I hear it in the vents, that means I can just throw the mask on, and then once the radio sound is gone, that means Mangle is out of the room. The last thing that I was focusing on was obviously flashing the light down the hallway, because Foxy has been my biggest op this entire playthrough. And I've noticed that, like, Foxy kind of hangs out there for a little while, so, like, if I have the camera up and then I put the mask up for, like, a total of 3 seconds, and then I flash down the light a few times, and I just repeat that cycle, like, several times, he eventually goes away, which I was worried about for the longest time. That was the main thing that was draining my battery the first few nights, was me thinking that Foxy had to go away in one flash, but he's okay. Now, here you see me trying to focus on the vent audio cue again, mainly because I'm wondering if it's a toy animatronic, since they only show their faces. They don't do what the old animatronics do. And then right here you see it's Bonnie that gets my ass. Now, this is why this tactic works so well, is because the moment you put the camera down and immediately go to the mask, it stops you from relying on your reaction time from when the camera is up. And then instead it just kind of keeps you locked into that routine of just immediately putting the mask up when you put down the camera. Now this is Mangle's radio that I was talking about, because as you see, at some point you can hear Mangle's radio, but Mangle is not in the room with me, which means that Mangle is 100% in the vents. And thankfully, right after I put the mask on, after a few seconds, you hear the vent cue sound, and Mangle's radio disappear, which means that Mangle is no longer in the room with me. I also held the mask there for a quick second because I thought I heard Balloon Boy crawling around in the vents because I heard him laugh, but I think I'm okay. Now, naturally, even though I am still locked in the cycle, when the old animatronics show up out of nowhere, especially when they put down my camera way earlier than I prepare, I obviously still get a little bit startled. I honestly thought that I did not react fast enough right here, but thankfully everything is okay. Now, it also does become kind of annoying when you get like several animatronics back to back. Like, I always get Chica and Bonnie back to back. Also, I don't think I've ever gotten Freddy in the room with me, and if I have, I don't really remember. They also do this thing where sometimes they force my camera down and sometimes they don't. Now, I think that's just more of like a coding thing, or it's just more of like a timing thing or whatever, or like they've probably been in that room for like a good second and they force my camera down. So that is also kind of a thing, but I think that's also why it's important to get in the habit of immediately going into your mask once the camera is down. Now, of course, this game is 12 years old, and I am not the first person to notice all of these. But every time I have watched a Five Nights at Freddy's playthrough, I have never really been, like, smart enough with coding to figure out how their coding AIs function. Now, there is no shortage of people who know these games by the back of their hands, and even though I really liked this game back in like 2015 and 2016, I've loved the FNAF franchise for so long, and I know the lore at least kind of okay, but I never really was able to focus on sort of like the coding of the animatronics and whatnot and how it works. It really took me actually sitting down and playing the games to sort of like figure out and understand how they work. Again, I am sorry that I am like late to this party of figuring out the way that the animatronics function. I just wanted to play this game because I just thought it was fun. And I thought it would be interesting content, and y'all seem to like it too, which I think is really great. Again, I am not going to take any sort of immediate credit for this tactic that I figured out. I think I saw Markiplier do it when I was watching his videos. I think he did like at least something similar, because there are people who have like used this tactic to at least try and beat the game. So I am no inventor here in the terms of Five Nights at Freddy's methods, okay? At this point, you see me freak out because I thought my reaction to Chica was a little too late, because at this point I did notice that I was at 5 a.m. So naturally I was like, I swear to God, if I die to Chica at 5 a.m., I am going to lose my shit. But thankfully, of course, we're fine, as we can see. Now, on nights 2 and 3, which was when Foxy starts coming out, I thought Foxy was going to be a really big issue because I didn't really know his like coding that well at first. The biggest issue for me on night 5, and maybe even night 4, I would also agree, was old Bonnie and old Chica. As you could tell throughout this entire thing, I think it was just how their AIs just ended up being throughout my playthrough. But regardless, I think Markiplier owes me his crown now. Oh my god, I did it! 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 Oh my god, I got so worried! Oh my god, I started shaking! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh, I did it! Oh, thank you! Oh my god, thank you! Oh, thank you! Oh my god, I'm so shaky! I was quiet that entire time! I had to lock the absolute fuck in! Oh, there we go! There's my star! Oh my god, I am not doing the 6th night! Oh my god. Okay, Golden Freddy did not come out once, which means I did not have to worry about Golden Freddy, which was really good. Which means he's probably an issue in night 6, so I might just end up having to do research on him instead. Okay, I need to breathe. Oh my god, I need to breathe. I'm sorry I was quiet for all of that. Maybe I'll record some commentary over it later. Oh my god. I almost lost my rhythm a few times. But I'm okay. I'm okay. We did it. We did it. Alright. I will leave you with that. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!